I thought our team came out. We took the field. Our guys were really fired up. We got in the tunnel a little early, and they wanted to get outside there and get to this football field, and so we were able to get out there. And you know, this game starts off a little. I shouldn't say the game. They did some things that we surely didn't appreciate by taking their pitchfork and planting it in our logo at the beginning, and so of course that got us a little fired up. So they decided to give us the football, and we take the opening drive, as I said before, and that was our opening play. We were trying to throw a big ball downfield, and they covered it deep, so he was able to run and get some good positive yards for us. Here, Ulysses was running hard as always. You know, he needed 146 yards to eclipse the 1,000-yard marker for the season. He was able to get 160 yards, and so of course he's over 1,000 yards for the year. But our main objective was to win the football game, and if we were able to get him 1,000 yards rushing, that would be great. But right now we're just trying to win the football game. We knew, and I explained to my guys before, Valley would come out very, very fired up about playing us, and of course they did. Their coach Totten. You know, his time there at Valley as far as the head football coach is over. And so now their guys were really fired up about playing. They wanted to send them off in a very positive way. And so we take our opening drive down there, and we have to settle for a field goal. And Jeremy is able to convert on that, I should say. And so we got to kick off to them. And one of the things we wanted to do was establish field position, and we gave it up on this kickoff return. But our defense played extremely well, and we were able to stop them their opening drive, and we end up getting the ball back. And so we got to take out a long way for our next drive, which is this here. And as I said before, you know, we wanted to get Ulysses established early because I thought that would be able to help us. They were a big blitzing team. They did a lot of weak side blitzing, and they were timing up our snap count extremely well. These are things that we got to work on to protect our quarterback a little better. Here Deontay, see that he doesn't have what he wants downfield, and he just takes off for a nice run. Here he hits Anthony Mitchell on a nice slant route, you know, a short gainer, but we're advancing the ball. And this is what I was telling our guys at the beginning of the game. We were able to keep the sticks in our favor. As long as we can keep the sticks in our favor, we can keep them off balance. But when we, second half, we got involved with a whole bunch of penalties. We made a bunch of mistakes. And then once again, the sticks point in our favor. Here you can see Ulysses burrowing in for to complete that drive for the touchdown. We got some good blocking up front. And he's able to get into the end zone with relative ease, and that gives us a 10-0 lead. And right now, we're just cruising along. Our defense is back on the field. Excuse me. And once again, they're bottling them up, but you can see they have good field position, and that's because of our kickoff coverage team. We didn't do a good job in that department. But our defense is good game tackling there. We've learned before, until that whistle blows, we got to get them to the ground. And here was one of the biggest plays of the game. Their kid makes it. Look at this great play by Corey. He concentrates on it real well. He gets some convoy going down to the sideline. What an effort to get himself into the end zone. Just, you know, Corey is playing exceptional football for us. He's one of our captains. Look at the effort he does, the level of concentration. Well, that's the biggest play of the game right there. You know, and at this point, it's looked like we're going to just blow them out. And, you know, this is one of the things that we have to work on as a football team. You know, we got them down, and, you know, the old saying, you got them down, and what we do, we're checking their pulse. You know, you don't need to check their pulse. You need to just finish them off. And, you know, whenever you give people life, there's no telling what will happen, and that's what we're doing. You know, don't get me wrong, we're still playing hard, but our focus is not there. We're doing some things. Here, Rico gets a nice reflection and gets a big return for us. And, you know, we had excellent field position, and what hurt us here is penalties. So now we got to fight our way back to get back down into the field goal range, and we do that. Here, Deontay takes off, ends up making a good run here, a good decision, and we get the ball down in the red zone again, and so now we have to settle for a field goal. And once again, this is something that we don't do. We get it blocked in the middle. We make a huge mistake in the middle. We're going the wrong way and things of that sort, so we end up getting a field goal block. And, you know, no one is thinking at this stage that those 3 points are that much of a big deal. We'll get them back later, is what we're thinking. And you can think that way, but you got to go out and execute all the time. Here, we didn't execute the little screen to Ulysses, and they out-pursued us to the football. Once again, we have the ball. Things aren't going to work out our way. Deontay decides to run. He's a good, strong runner here, but I think we come up short, and so we got to get the ball back, and our defense is back on the field. Here is when they start making their move. The first quarter, we had the ball for 11 minutes, over 11 minutes. Second quarter, it kind of evened up. They had it for about 7 and some change. We had it for about 7 and some change. And now they're able to go in with a minute and some change left. And so now we're in a football game. Here, we get a big run by Ulysses, we get a penalty. And this was very, very, very uncharacteristic of us. We had 12 penalties for 117 yards. And I'm going to tell you right now, it's very difficult to beat anyone when you have 12 penalties for 117 yards. Those are some of the things that we really got to work on. Our focus, the focus part of football, penalties, blown assignments, lack of concentration. We got to go back to the drawing board on some things like that. And of course we will, because we have a very important football game. We're not settling for the East title. We want it all. And that's our main purpose here, to go to the championship game and come back with the trophy. And so we know we have a lot of work to do, and that's what we're going to work on.